Let's see how this goes. Hello. Just getting a glass of water. Hi. Did he now? Now, I don't know about you, but he sounds like a really cool guy. Loading screens. How on earth does it take so long to load Circuit de la Sarthe? I am even running this off my primary SSD and it's still so long. Hello Ross. I'm going to get you into this racing thing. Like... You always floor your buses everywhere. Like, why don't we try and convert those things? Like, convert that whole thing of flooring it everywhere into driving actual fast things everywhere. How's that for an idea? It is, yeah, and there's a lot of unique assets around. It's not like Tsukuba, where there's basically one building in the middle of the track, and that's it. Okay, all of those things kind of do make sense. I guess they're reasonable excuses. I don't know if the mod actually counts to your NPR. Yeah, it does. I mean, it's just it wouldn't count to my NPR because I'm B class and I want to be A class. I want to hit A class today, ideally. Right. Watch me come out of my pits and embarrass myself. Yeah, A class doesn't get you anything other than like F1. And I don't really care about F1. Or not in iRacing anyway. I mean, I'm not that... I don't care that much about it anyway. Oh, yep. Pedal stomp. Logitech pedals. Gotta hit them all the way down so they calibrate themselves. Otherwise, you go into the first corner, press the brake, and nothing happens. Oh boy, right, so the goal today is get that A class. Even if it's useless, I just want to have it. It feels like a good, point to have reached. And I have no idea how you and some of the other fast guys seem to break at about 150. Safety rating right now is B class 3.46, so I'm on track for promotion anyway, but if I can hit 4.0 today then I get instant promotion. I think the biggest thing to improve my SR is probably going to be not looking at chat in the middle of the Porsche curves. It's always dangerous. Oh boy, just give me a good grade this time. A good grade and a reasonable quality lap. A reasonable quality lap for me, unfortunately, is 56s. I've got a lot to learn still. But I can keep it on track for hours at a time, and that's the main thing right now. I know that I can go faster into Indy, I know that there's room to put the throttle down there. I mean, I guess the main thing at the moment is that I now have 10 or 20 hours in the car under my belt, but I'm still not at the point where I'm happy to drive it right on the edge all the time, so I'd far rather drive it well within my own limits and just make it to the end. Also, my arms are a bit tired after 5 hours of this yesterday. So I'm probably only going to do 2 races today and maybe a bit of nighttime practice. Because I did a bit of nighttime practice earlier in the week. Yes. Like, how are they putting together stints in terms of half hours? Like, what's a 2.5 hour stint going to do? I'll fuel last 55 minutes. Am I going to jump out of the car after 2.5 tanks of fuel? How long can I drive tomorrow? So long as it's in 2 hours at a time. Bye. He's ready. He's ready for the 24. Like, I can probably do 4 hours each day. So 2 on Saturday, 4 on Saturday, 2 2s, and 4 on Sunday. I'm happy to do a reasonably late shift. I took it to 1:30 in the morning last night, UK time. Actually, that's the point. Where are you based? Are you going to be better placed to do the night shifts than I am? Oh god, they started out by giving me a 4-hour straight stint, and then another guy 5 hours straight. Okay, cool. So if I do the earlier ones and then I pick up back again on Sunday morning. Have you got somebody else who can do well, I don't know, so where are people going to be? Because if you're EST, then that's really good for night time, but obviously there'll need to be a second person working with you, and then there'll need to be a second person working with me as well. Oh shit. Oh, sorry, guy. Why? A reverse entry.
Gotta slow down and give up that time.
Yes, mirrors, more important than chat. That's one thing I probably won't be facing in the actual race, is P2s and P1s. Actually, it depends what iRating we sign up with. GMT plus 2, okay. Where's GMT plus 2? Yeah, you can definitely give it a little more throttle there, but now I'm a little bit fucked on the tyres. Did I pull over on him, or did he barrel up the inside of me? I'm not sure. Oh, sorry, yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking about it in the wrong direction. I was thinking GMT minus 2. I was thinking, we're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah. That figures. I mean, Benelux I would have thought would be GMT plus 1, but... Oh, BST plus 1, yeah. That figures. Yeah, because we're on BST now, not GMT.
Car stop on the right.
Oh, hello. He's having a... oh god. He's having a good day. Don't look at the guy in the wall, look at the track. Okay, so how are we looking for drivers now? Well, I mean, how many drivers have they got? Because I think they've got like 3 people, but they're all C. They're not C class yet, and if they're not C class, they can't enter. So like, and nobody seems to have been doing anything about this. Yeah, I have no idea how you and the fast guys hit the brakes at 150, because I have to hit them about 180, and then double shift. Double shifting for good luck. Yeah, and he does it for testing. I'm confused. I'm very confused. Sorry, it might sound like I'm mocking slightly. I don't know. I'm just a bit confused. Yeah. See, I have one of the new... I would love a load cell brake. I have one of the new... oh god, I can't remember what the name of them is. But there's a company which has come out with a new pseudo load cell Logitech brake, and I have one of those on order, but it's been delayed because of the whole coronavirus thing. When I say pseudo load cell, the way it's set up is actually really quite clever. So what it's got inside is it has a linear potentiometer, and that linear potentiometer is set up sort of floating. So there's 2 springs inside, one really, really stiff spring, which the potentiometer is attached to. Then there's a floating fixture in the middle, and then there's the main spring, which is what you press against to move the pedal. So that means that it is completely force sensitive, not distance sensitive. So it is effectively a load cell, except it only costs 50 quid instead of 120 like the Leo Bodnar ones do. and it has a really nicely milled, I think it's aluminium, it might be steel, but it has a really nicely machined pedal cover as well. So I figured I might as well give it a shot. Like, I've obviously spent a bit of time and effort setting my pedals up the way they're set up at the moment, and I'm quite happy with them. Reasonably happy. They're not perfect, but I'm fairly happy with them. So I figured I might as well just spring for one of those as a post-final year exams treat. Awesome, awesome. Oh, hi guy behind. You appeared fast. Oh, and you disappeared fast.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, I don't know if you got a chance to try the slightly modified setup that I posted in the Discord, but
You got a slow car on the
I'd be
left.
interested
You
to
got a
hear what
slow
you
car
think
on the
about it,
left.
because
Go
obviously
right.
I am slower than you. If you can go fast on that setup, I'd appreciate using it, because it's the one I've spent all my time practicing on, and the lower second gear really does help me. I don't like having to go down into first, because if you gun it down into first too quickly, if you just have a brain fart going into a braking zone, and you gun it into first too quickly, the back end can come round on you. And I'd rather have the security of just shifting into second and keeping second a bit lower. So I'm curious to see what you think of it, but it's basically the same as the original, but the brake bias is a tiny bit forward, all the gearing except first is a little bit lower, and I think the diff's a bit stiffer? I'm not sure, I can't remember. Right, here we go. Yeah, I do. The thing is, I've been trying to brake later. I know that I brake early for the first chicane, and I've been trying to brake later, but if I pull it any later than that, I just seem to start locking up. I mean, it's possibly just habit now. Yeah, no, I saw in the videos you were doing. Like, I am braking super early compared to that. There are seconds left for me to gain. I'm not sure where they are. Well, no, I am sure where they are. I'm just not sure how to get them. I know exactly where they are. One of them's the entry to the Porsche Curves. One of them is the Ford Chicane. There's a bit of time, maybe half a second to gain at Indy. Well, actually, might even be a full second at Indy. But if I'm honest, all I've been trying to do is get consistent. So I've just sort of taken a time that's fast enough to keep me out of trouble, and I've just been drilling that into muscle memory. As I just need to be able to pound it out hour upon hour upon hour. Right, here we go. Time to take out all but 9 litres of fuel, and then forget to put it back in until the countdown's at 0. Okay, so hang on. How many have we got driving? We've got me, you. So, if it starts at 9 AM for you, okay. If it starts at 9 AM for you, hang on. So that means that we're going to need to do 8 hours each, which makes sense because I said I could do 4 on Saturday and 4 on Sunday. Or I could do 6 Saturday, 4 Sunday, or whatever. But it sounds like I'm going to have to do quite a lot of the Sunday driving. So yeah, we're going to have to do 8 hours each. Unless we can find somebody else. So I guess if it's 9 AM start for you, then I'm going to have to do the start. Or the guy from Benelux, because it'll be 3 in the afternoon for them. Yeah, probably going to have to alternate between me and them, I guess. For the first couple of stints. Then hand over to you and probably you and me for the evening. Then back to them for the morning, and then back to me. Fuel. Right, remind me to put that back in again before I start.
You have about 2 laps of fuel left. You'll need to stop for more fuel. You have about 1 lap of fuel left. You'll need to stop for more fuel. Green, green, green.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah.
They're showing us the furled black flag as a
Oh
warning.
no, furled black flag. Fortunately, I get another shot at that.
Otherwise, they're going to pull us out of...
Yep. F. Oh, this is gonna go so well. No, I can't blame anyone but me. I just fucked that all by myself. Let's not do the same thing again.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Ooh, I have cocked that right up. I need a racing driver's excuse. What's my racing driver's excuse for this one? Cows on the track. I do remember those, actually. They were there. I don't know if you saw them, but I had to make a sudden change of direction just to get out of their way. Yeah, see, if I brake any later than that, I just lock. Oh, there was a tailwind too. In fact, it was gale force. It was coming in at about, like, 60 miles an hour or so behind me. Like, the back wheels of the car actually weren't on the ground at all. They were right up in the air. The car was like this. I don't have time to look at that properly, but that sounds terrible. That's not good. Most of the thing that I mostly bloody hell. The thing that mostly comes to mind when you mention him is his interview, because I am getting this right, aren't I? Because he drove an M8 in IMSA last year? Year before? And he did an interview in which the first thing he said when explaining the controls was, "It's a race car, let's talk about going fast," and then proceeded to show off how I think he was braking on a lever and accelerating on a paddle, wasn't he? Yeah. Racing driver to the absolute core. There is more time to be got into the Porsche curves. That was slow.
One more lap.
Yeah, that was really slow. Oh well. From experience, half the field won't qualify, so as long as it keeps me out of the Turn 1 accident, I'll work with it from there. Yeah, I locked up into the first chicane, and then I took Arnage badly, and then I just sometimes I just don't modulate the pressure right going into Arnage. Yes, I think you're going to be our quali guy. I think that's the best bet. Oh, except of course that means that you have to quali at like 8:30 in the morning or something, or 9 in the morning. What, in sim or in game? In sim or in real life? Oh. I mean, I guess things are opening back up again. See, Lando Norris I have sort of mixed opinions on, because like, one thing I noticed about a lot of the F1 drivers is that some of them do act a bit like entitled children's. Entitled children's? Children's, yes. Plurals. Plurals work like that. But he seems to do the stunt of uninstalling whatever game he's playing, like every single race he ever does, as far as I can tell. Which is just... I don't know. But then I don't really watch his streams. I only hear about when he's uninstalled something in a rage. So I never actually see what's going on. Well, yeah. And RF2. Yet somehow everyone else made it to the end. You got disqualified for crashing in quali.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
Bloody hell. The IQ. Nope. Fuel. Right, everyone else is in Porsches, of course.
Line up on the left
They
side.
do seem to be
Pit
the
road is
fastest.
closed.
Eighth on the grid, that works for me. Okay, we've got 56s, 57s. There's a bunch of people I can fight with here. I'm not... Oh, it's Niels again. Wait. Why do I remember the name Niels? Niels Testers was in another race that I did the other day, wasn't he? Was he one of the ones who was crashing out all the time? Like, really fast, but then crashed into everyone. So how much fuel did I take last time? It was like 45 litres, and that turned out to be a bit much. So, 10 laps. That'll get me down to 2.5 litres, a bit less. 2 litres, call it. 6.5 litres a lap. There'll be 6 laps following that. I do have crew chief. I'm just not using it at the moment. I'm not sure why. Then tyres. Last time I did go to the end all on one tyre set. It's perfectly doable. People have been talking about double stinting tyres in the 24 as well, which is going to be harder because you'll be taking more fuel, so the stints will be longer. And you're doing 2 full stints instead of 1.5, so you'll be using the tyres for about double the amount of time. One trick I've heard people have been using on the new tyre model is in the formation lap, you shift the brake bias all the way forwards, like all the way forwards, and then you lock the front brakes and just drag the front wheels across the ground to get heat into the front tyres. Okay, so Niels is the guy in the Ferrari. Yeah, that's what I've heard people say. You can do it if you have about 60% plus tyre wear left when you get to your stop. Which basically means no incidents. I've heard of people doing that, but I haven't tried it myself. Immersion. Well, we've got through the most difficult part of the race, which is the formation lap through the Porsche curves. That does seem to be extremely difficult for some people to manage. Yeah. I don't like to move around too much in the formation laps, because sometimes people do really weird stuff. And while you're moving around, it can be harder to spot what they're doing and react to it. There have been at least 2 of the 5 races I did yesterday. There was an enormous crash on the formation lap.
Green.
Right, here we go. Again.
You're on the left, 3 wide.
You'd think I wouldn't be so nervous about the starts anymore.
Still there, hold your line.
Right, do not murder. I do not want to be murdered. I'll give you all the room in the world, just don't murder me. Thank you.
On the right.
You are now my best friend. Tyres are warm enough to do something at least. They're a little bit understeery and oversteery. Well, that'll put some heat into them anyway. Okay, 0.3 to the guy behind, 0.7 to the guy ahead. Let's 0x this thing.
Car on your left. Still there, hold your line.
Oh,
Clear.
Oh, he's
Left
locking
side.
everywhere.
Still there.
Hello. Oh
They say you
god.
cut the cord. You'll have to slow
Really?
down and give up the time
Honestly?
going. Clear.
Okay.
Left side. Clear on the
Well,
left.
bye
Left
guys.
side.
Have fun.
Clear on the left. Car on your left.
Have a great time.
Still there. Clear on the left.
Oh god, is this the guy? That's the livery of the guy who was... Oh no. Oh no. Everyone's dying. I know, they're insane, right? I found a really good article explaining where they all are. This guy has not optimised his downforce.
Still there, hold your line. Clear. Car on your left.
I saw him coming for me.
Still there, hold your line. Clear.
He did not make that corner. I saw that coming and I got the fuck out of there. No thanks. I could just see him in my mirror getting closer, just out of the corner of my eye. I could see him coming. Oh lord. Oh lord, he coming. Right, now we settle in. Yeah, see, that's happened to me every race so far. Just the amount of IQ in these race lobbies has been immense. It must be almost in the double digits. Oh yeah, I also fucked my left thumb up a few days ago. Seems to be alright now. Better at least. Did I say right? Right, I might not be fast, but at least I can keep myself out of wrecks. That's going to be a cut. No, I don't understand. The middle of the car quite clearly went over the edge of the curbs there, so that should have been a cut, but it wasn't. But going out of the first Mulsanne chicane, that was a cut. I don't get it. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Oh, here, washy boy. Eighth. Hello. It's a Christmas present. Oh, that guy's had a slowdown.
Clear.
He's still tapping the brakes. Heavy slip. Thank you.
Car on your left. Clear.
Oh no. See, this is the strat. What you do is you brake early into places, then the person behind you panics, locks up and goes woo! There's some shenanigans going on up ahead. Top 5, here we come, lads. Anyone fucks up, I'm there. Seven. The one place I seem to be quite good on the brakes is the Mulsanne corner. So I pulled half a second there. Oh no, they're going 3 wide. Oh no. Oh no.
Go left.
Oh god. That was predictable. Top 5, here we come. I've got a hypercloud in play as well. This guy behind's in the slipstream. Hopefully he doesn't fancy trying whatever the hell these guys in front are doing. Why was slow there? Fast enough to hold with them. Oh god! So long as nobody fancies doing the big murder. Yeah, I saw him coming and I went, no. Yeah.
Go left.
Jesus Christ, dude.
You're in fifth.
Nope. Nope. Holy fuck.
Slow car ahead.
It was more than the
Car
send.
stop
He
on
got
the
a.
left.
He got
Go
a.
right.
Oh god. Hold your brakes. He was just rolling back onto the track again. Well, podium, here we come then. If I say that this thing, I'm not fast but I can keep it on the track, then I'm instantly going to go flying off, aren't I? I will be dead immediately, killed in seconds. So there's definitely some braking force left by the time I've got there. But if I brake any later than that, I just seem to lock. I mean, maybe I'm just scared and I'm hitting the brakes too hard. If this guy comes up behind me again, I'm just going to let him go. They can go in front of me and cause an accident of their own. I don't want any part in it. Three laps. 13 to go. They're gonna send it at the. They're gonna send it at Mulsanne, aren't they? They're gonna go full send somewhere. Maybe Indy. I'm scared. Oh god, they sent it. There we go, I've protected myself.
You're in fourth position.
Right. Don't send it. I can see them looking everywhere. I noticed that there's some new people who've joined. Hello, Willkommen. Welcome to me trying not to die for 60 minutes. This field is crazy. The guy behind me's tried to dive bomb me twice and has got cut tracks twice because of it. I'm on lap 4 of 16, well probably 16. It's a timed race, hour long. When the leader crosses the line after an hour, everyone does one more lap. That's normally 16 laps. I mean, they both have the same result. Oh, dude! He's going to have the run here, and I'm just going to let him have it. I don't want this. He can go. He can go and play with those guys in front. Look how slow I am. Oh no! You got me. It's a fair pass. Now you go play with the guys in front. Go cause a massive accident and get me onto the podium. Right? That's your job. Yeah, and then I run into the back of him when he does it. Oh god. Yep.
Right.
Oh my god. Go make some new disaster. Now I only want you gone. See, that's the only place where I tend to get off tracks, because if you cut a bit too far left before the painted curbs, you get an off track. For some reason, I don't know why. But that's the only part of the track where I get off tracks. So, 4 laps in, 0x. Doing well so far. Tyres are good. Car's good. For once, I don't have aero damage, which is extremely unusual. And I'm really quite enjoying actually making it to 290 Ks. Yeah. Yeah, slowdowns are what I get as well. Doing well. Here comes this guy again. Oh, just do it. Alright?
Left side.
You can have it.
Clear on the left.
You go have fun. And away he goes! Oh. That's why you don't fight people like that. They're obviously going to fuck themselves, so why bother fighting them? Just don't get tangled up in whatever it is they're about to do. Fuck me. Twitter has been going on an anti-fascist spree recently, and I am on board for it. You know what's a much more accurate news source in the UK? News Thump. Always more reliable than actual news reports. Yep. Yeah. I love how they changed the slogan to put the blame on the general population instead of them. Like, control the virus. Like, cool, yeah, that's your job. Yeah, we are the worst in the world at the moment. Oh, somebody's died. He's died again. Look on the relative. There he goes. F's in chat. See, that is at least sort of like emotionally valid. But control the virus. I didn't see a single F in chat. I'm clearly not a proper streamer yet. Or maybe you just don't care about him. Thank you. I feel validated. No, that's what I say when something happens to me. That's got to be a cut. No, I just don't understand. Right, back to my usual slow lap times again. But I'm still in 4th position. Even though I'm slow. Which is 99.99% because I don't run into other people at every turn. Somebody's mad. If you remind me after the race, I'll show you the messages that are coming up. Actually, it's just one guy because everyone else is driving. Still 0xing it. Pulling away from the guys behind, dropping away from the guys in front. The guys behind are fighting. The guys in front are fighting too, and they're still pulling faster lap times than me. But the more important thing is I'm pulling away from the guys behind. What, you mean the second wave which won't be caused by people going to the beach? Or having 6,000 person raves in Manchester, but will be caused by people protesting for their human rights? Yeah, those ones. Sorry, I'm going political. No political arena. I should just go full low-budget Jimmy Broadbent. Hi guys! And welcome to my last to first challenge. Actually 8th to 4th challenge. Hey, that was the 100th message of the day. Yep. You win. You can all go home now. Oh yeah. No, it just goes away. I heard that. I was told that by someone I trust. No, washing your hands for 20 seconds only works if you sing the national anthem. While gargling bleach. That seems to be the new thing that's happening in the States. Is people are now gargling bleach. Like, they've drawn the line at injecting it, but they will gargle it. Alright, one of you two's got to make a fuck up soon. Jesus Christ, actual team. So what, are we doing 6 hours each now? Because that works for me. I mean, I'm still happy to do 8. If somebody wants to take a bit more time off their shoulders. Like I did 5 yesterday alone. Well, actually no, I was driving for 8 hours yesterday. It was 5 hours of racing, 3 hours of practice. I will read that on the straights. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, cool. Got 2 night drivers and 2 day drivers. It's all coming together. Car wanders as you go over the change in camber in the middle. Oh, somebody's fucked. I think he must have got a slowdown. He was 7 seconds ahead before, now he's 6. Yeah, he must have got a slowdown. Do we have a livery? And is it weeby enough to match the team name? That's obviously the most important thing about being a team. Oh yeah, chicken fried noodles here, or as I prefer to call them, Chicken Fried Noodle Man, because that works out to a much better acronym. They also do iRacing. They have done endurance races for a long time. They can't do it now. But if you want to put together a longer term team, if this goes alright, then hello. Because I want to get into enduros. Yep, dog goes woof. Cat goes meow, and the elephant goes toot. He's slow. 5.5. I know he's slow because I'm keeping up with him. That's how I judge if somebody's slow. They're really slow. Something must have happened. They must have damage or something. Or they fucked their tyres, something. They probably came together with the other guy. Well, I mean, the real cars that race here are Toyota hybrids. The LMP1s, LMP1Hs even. I think they have a V6 petrol engine and some stupendously complex system of batteries and motors. I should not be talking through the Porsche curves. That's the one part of the track that I really can't talk to chat in. Yeah. Not as cool as the Audi though. I still think the Audi is one of the coolest race cars ever made. Like, it had a V6 diesel engine. Now, this was before Dieselgate. So they kind of canned it after Dieselgate for some predictable reasons. But it was stupendously fuel efficient. The Porsche is prettier, but I prefer the Audi. If I ever got into the prototypes, I'd want to main the Audi. Oh god, double deckers. I should take the model for the C400, and I should get it into Assetto Corsa, and then we can do an Enviro 400 endurance race around Le Mans. Oh shit, that's going to be a cut. Yep.
They say you cut the cord. You'll have to slow down and give up the time game.
Hell yeah, let's do it. There are certain places around the track where I really shouldn't talk. I mean, it's already got a straight six, you know, 260 horsepower, rear-wheel drive, engine in the back. It's basically a Porsche. I would be down for that. But yeah, me and CF&M here have been chatting about that for a little while. I mean, the thing is, that thing has a 4-cylinder and it drives through an electric motor. That's much less exciting. When you say rear-wheel drive, rear engine, 260 horsepower, straight six, you know, that sounds exciting until you say that it weighs 10 tons unladen and 18 tons laden. Then it sounds even more exciting. You're probably confused, SimNoob. These are buses. A lot of the guys here are bus wankers. And I have made some content for a bus simulator for a while. In fact, at the moment I have a contract with a commercial add-on being made by a guy I know. And that's where most of my viewer base has come from. Speaking of which, where's Dave? I haven't seen him around for a while. Still keeping that gap. I forgot to check at the end of the last race how much excess fuel I had. Can somebody just run the numbers? So, 6 laps. I'll have about 2 litres in the tank. Stop talking in the Porsche curves. Or Maison Blanche. So 6.5 litres a lap. I'll have 2 litres in the tank, and I've got 6 laps to go. How much fuel do I need? Because at the moment I'm putting in 45 litres. The first one I did, I put in 36 because I thought I was only going to have 5 more laps, not 6 more laps. And I had to do a splash. A splash which went rather badly because I forgot to turn tyres off. Yeah, see, the thing is, last time I did this, a guy overtook me in the pits, because presumably he took much less fuel. Yeah, that's the equation, alright. Okay, so if I add the 2 back onto that, if I just go 40 litres, 40 litres should be fine. Just round it up for safety. Yeah. I mean, I should be using crew chief, because I should just say fuel to the end. Find a hotkey for it. I have crew chief installed and updated at the moment. I just haven't turned it on. Right, so after this race I'm going to stop for a bit because it's going to be dinner time. Roast chicken, boys! And I'll probably come back and do the 10 PM one. 10 PM BST. So that'll be about 3 hours from now. That probably hurt your ears.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
One lap at the line, okay. I mean, that's exactly right. So I'm maintaining the gaps, front and behind. This is fine. I'm quite happy to not fight in a race this length. If I was in the Mazdas, I'd really want to get to door banging, but not in an Enduro. Ah, there you go, Whistlehead, see? It says it at the top of the screen. Which side am I on? It's over there. I need to use that hand for gear shifts. Yes. Oh. Somebody has been fucked. I wonder if it was by the same guy. If you see somebody saying thanks 3 times in iRacing, that means you absolute wanker. That's the literal translation. If they say thanks once, somebody's let them by. If they say thanks 3 times in a row, somebody's fucked them. I'm neutral between IMSA and ILMS, IELMS. I mean, IELMS should be cleaner because it's B-class. But it just depends like which ones have the more interesting tracks and tracks that we all own. Yep, box this lap. Thank you, race engineer Ross. We'll make a race engineer out of you yet. You say that as if I have a job. I am fresh out of uni. Actually, not quite. I've still got to finish my master's project this summer. Then I'll be fresh out of uni. And maybe eventually I'll get paid for the simulator projects I've been working on. It's almost a meme now how long it's been going on for. No, it is a meme now. It's 5 years overdue. Every now and then something comes up and goes, oh, it's only a couple of weeks from release in the next Hello Dog. Hello? Hello? Have you come to be a distraction? Oh, yes you have, I need my hands. Hello. Are you going to sniff in my bins? Fuck me. Oh god. Dog. Oh god, this is all the dog's fault. 100% the dog. It's amazing how easy it is to get distracted and fuck up like that. Well, I'm very much on the side of hoping it'll get released. Because I have a contract now. Note to self, as sad as it might be, for the duration of the 24 hours, I need to shut my door so the dog can't get in. Yeah, I've got plenty of time either side. But no 0x for me. Box this lap.
The lead is pitting now.
The lead is pitting now. The lead is pitting. The lead is pitting now.
The lead is pitting now. You're now in third.
Third pog. Optionals. I mean, I'm not going to take tyres. I'm not going to take the optionals. Car's fine. Oh god, there's that guy again.
We're done. Get going.
Third pog. Third pog. Leapfrogged in the pits. Third pog. Right, heavy car now. Heavy car, old tyres. We'll see when we come across the line next time. Well, actually, no, we won't, because that guy seems to be going around one more time. I wonder what his pit sequence is. I think it helps. It keeps people at least mildly interested. I mean, we keep the thread open because, like, it might be a bit of a shitstorm sometimes, but it drives traffic to the website. And we just delete it when it gets out of hand. And there's a lot of stuff in that thread that you'll never see. Unless you join the moderator team. Oh, forum mod. I mean, honestly, it's the same, yeah. Honestly, we can't make a single move without somebody looking into it. So 7th is presumably out of sequence. So I've got to hope that my tyres are 14 seconds of good, better than 4th. Oh god. That was weird. Yeah, we deleted that conversation. That was just weird. Right. Here's what my plan is. My plan is not to spin it on lap 13, right? That's the game plan now. The wheels are in motion. If number 17 is out of sequence, then we're on for a podium. Yeah, I spun it. Only on 1 out of 5 races. To be fair, that time I was already carrying damage. So my tyres were cooked. Well, no, they weren't cooked. They were more worn out than they should have been. Thing is, if we take tyres every time in the 24 except at night, shouldn't ever get into that situation, because I was on pretty much full fuel, or sort of half fuel, but with a whole stint old tyres. So in the 24 the car should always be lighter with less tyre wear. They're not pitting. Have they already pitted? Have they performed the undercut of the century? They have. They must have pitted way earlier and just kept out of trouble. Props to them. And they got 7 seconds to the car in front. Or somebody just towed. But still, top 5 Pog. The 2 guys behind me are fighting. So the tyres begin to get sketchy after about lap 13 in my hands. It's perfectly possible, like they could probably go another full race distance at that point. But they start to get sketchy, so you have to start being a bit more cautious about the trail braking. Still got gaps both sides. I mean, the gap in front isn't so great, but the gap behind's nice. I like that gap. Oh, we've got a hypercloud. I know that I'm super slow into the second chicane. And out of the second chicane, incidentally. Oh, what's happened to them? Have they got a cut? No. Yes? No? Maybe? So after this race I might come back in about 2 hours time and do some nighttime practice. Yeah, I know, right? So did I. But I mean, I was racing until 1:30 in the morning yesterday. still top 5 pop. Plenty of space behind. I can make 2 fuck-ups. As each one tends to take about... No, I didn't. Honestly, the reason why... I don't like how my face looks in that. I don't like how my mouth looks. I'm just sort of sitting there like... No, I don't really want to show that. I might remake it using the replay without my face on it. And with the culmination of it all when everyone's facing backwards at the same time. What did I say about talking through the Porsche curves? I'm so afraid of cuts in the Ford chicane. Oh. Thank you for clipping it though, I've had a good laugh at it a few times. It shouldn't entertain me as much as it does, but clips of things going wrong in games with music over them just do something to tickle my funny bone. Doom doom doom. Oh no, no cut. There was no concern there. I was not concerned at all. Don't do it, lap 13. Don't do it. No, I haven't finished it yet. I'll finish it next week, after the 24. Car's getting light again, that's nice. Yeah, I've seen it. I kind of want to purloin it. Like, get a single, unique version of it for Farthington Mark II. It would be very appropriate and it would fit better than the Scanias down a lot of routes. I have a tentative agreement to use the right Eclipse B8 RLE, a unique version of that. See, sometimes I just get the braking pressure wrong. It doesn't happen often, but sometimes I'm sure I could improve with a load cell brake. Oh, and also just more skill. So every race I start, I get the same driver every time. It's really annoying. Yeah, I really like this setup. The gears feel just right to me. It rotates just the right amount, but it doesn't try to do a number on you in the braking zones. So I really like this setup. I'm sure there are faster ones out there, but this feels nice to me. Certainly a hell of a lot better than the stock setup. I wonder who decides what the absolute baseline setup for a vehicle is when they're making a racing sim. I mean, for a road car it must be pretty simple, you just set it up like the road car. But for a race car, how do you decide what the baseline is? Oh, that's a cut. Yep, that was a cut.
Slow down. You got a penalty? We're cutting the cord.
I was trying to get a faster line out of the second chicane. It wasn't happening. Still, it's a cut, not an X. X's are what I care about. I have time to get a couple of... What am I doing? Well, I've survived lap 13 anyway. Yeah, lap 13 just gave me a nibble. It didn't come to bite me, it just gave me a little nibble. And yeah, absolutely safe over quick. I mean, being quick is kind of part of being safe, because if you're super slow, then you're a danger to yourself and everyone around you. So you have to be fast enough to keep up with the pack. But you only have to be fast enough. Then it's all about finishing. Unless you're fighting for the front, in which case you have to be fast. So what kind of I rating are you? Because I think normally teams sign up with the average of their I rating. I'm not quite sure how that works. Because I'm about 1.5k at the moment. I think I'm 1,577 right now. Okay. So we'll probably enter at like 1.6k or something. So we will be in a GTs only split. It's extremely unlikely we'll see any prototypes. Which is a shame in some ways, because multi-class is a big part of Le Mans. But in other ways, it's also nice because we won't have anyone barreling down our backsides at a closing speed of 60 miles an hour on every straight. Oh, it's definitely going to be good to be streaming. A race tomorrow, as their chat keeps me occupied on the straights. Not the curves. Definitely don't reach out in the curves. Yeah, I don't know what I was worrying about with doubling the tyres in. That's the other place where I can get off track occasionally. We're still well under the average number of incidents needed to keep out of a penalty. It's 100 incident points for a drive-through penalty, and then you get another one for every 20 incident points after that. And obviously it also fucks your... Okay. That's comfortable for me. It obviously also fucks your safety rating. Like what used to happen before there were any penalties in iRacing endurance events was drivers would just take one for the team and would just go off track everywhere to get a time advantage, which means their safety license would, their safety rating would tank. So you have people like Max Verstappen in rookies because they'd completely killed their safety rating in a special event. It doesn't happen so much anymore because now you get penalties for doing that. There was a disastrous one a short while ago where the number of incidents is stored as an 8-bit integer. Which means that the maximum value was 255 incident points, and they had a race where they set it to 300 incident points, which meant that it overflowed and there were 45 incident points for everybody to get. So big F, just nobody thought to check? Yeah. Just nobody thought to check whether you can actually set that many incident points. Also, who the hell uses 8-bit integers nowadays? Why the hell wouldn't you just use 16 bits and be done with it? Or 32, like a normal person? Oh, I don't remember that. It is, but even 2008, 8-bit integers? Like, we've been on 32-bit machines since, like, oh god, 2001? So, you know, they've had 7 years to adapt to that, and then they've had a further 12 years to adapt since then. Eight-bit integers, really? And it's not as if it's something that every single, like, vehicle is accessing hundreds of thousands of times a second or anything. Hello. Right, so at this point I've done a bit over one stint. Go on, back marker. You have one job. You can secure me this podium. Justin Young. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you just don't need to optimise. Because, like, it's just an integer which gets incremented, like, maybe once every 5 minutes. Why the hell do you need to optimise that quite so much? And since then they've introduced penalties instead of just disqualifications. But yeah, like nobody finished the race because everyone was getting incident points all the time. That wasn't a black flag. Oh, I was getting ready for a slowdown.
You got it. Slow car on the right. Car stopped on the right. Checkered flag, checkered flag.
Slow and steady
Good
comes
job.
in fourth
Very
place.
good job.
Thank you. What was this guy saying earlier? Yeah, started P8, got to P4. Slow and steady. Yeah, there you go. What the hell is wrong with you people? When you're off track, you don't come back on it without looking. Yeah. 2x, gained 4 places. Happy. I'm happy with that. That will do me. I wonder what the strength of field was. Must have been reasonably low because I was the 12th I rating. It'll be a little while before the results come out. Yeah. No. So meanwhile, just quickly, this is the state that I left the Prius in last time. It's still in exactly the same state. So I haven't done anything to it since then. I still need to bake the light maps for it. Not the light maps, you know what I mean. The detail maps. I still need to fill in the panel details. I also still need to sort the headlights. I'm going to call it a Prius because Prius just sounds awful. Come on. Give me those session results. I need the good stuff. I need that serotonin. Tell me what I did. Tell me what I did. Tell me what I did. I must know. Oh dear. Yeah, coding is weird. You can see the last 6 races I've done. Ooh. Those incident points, though. I mean, all of that is me being driven into by other people. Don't put me in the CTSV. Just don't do it. Me and the CTSV, we do not get along. Does that thing have a solid beam rear axle? Hang on. I just want to know. Oh, right, yeah. Is that thick enough for you? Yeah, don't put me in a CTS VR. Just don't do it. It is a recipe for disaster. I've just noticed the way they do this white background on the text is just by doing the text twice. Or maybe it's part of the font. Who knows? Yeah. Got oofed. Oofed. This was my internet doing the oof, actually. My internet just... So the whole of PlusNet, my internet service provider, just died across the country mid-race. So it's... yeah. That was a bad one. That one failed to quali, ended up 23rd. That was okay. Failed to quali, ended up 18th. That was okay. This one. Oh boy. Now that was a race. This one was fun. I got punted so many times. I got 17x on the very, very last lap. Yep, I can only hope that too. I got 17x'd on the very, very last lap by somebody running into the back of me, which meant that I had to go and I finished the race across the line in the pits, so I just floored it into the pits. I think I still lost the place though. Right. It was... I mean, I can't blame everything on somebody else. Like racing drivers' excuses. And I know that I'm just not that experienced, and I do make mistakes. Which is why I'm doing a lot of it at the moment. Come on, give me that good stuff. Give me that good stuff. Surely everyone's finished by now. Give me that good stuff. Give me that. Ah, there we go. Is ready. 3.99. Oh, 1656. 3.99. 3.99. Now I'll just do another race later this evening. Yep, one more race. I'm just going to quickly ask. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Like, I want my 4.0. I'm having my A-class license, and I'm having it today. Even if I get it in a Mazda. I mean, I could just go do a Mazda race. That's the easiest way to get 4.0 for me right now. Just... H-pattern, come on. Right, I'm going to quickly go and see when food's going to be, because I think food was meant to be about 7:30 this evening. Yes, my caterers will be providing food for me at about 7:30. And I couldn't possibly disappoint them. But yeah. it would be rude to start a race when somebody's feeding me. So I'm going to go and ask quickly. Okay, I'm back. A license, here we come. A license at Okayama. It has been a while since I have taken the Pontiac round Okayama. I wonder if anyone will be in the Mustangs. There's never anyone in the TDIs. I should have a quick look at Discord. Nothing which is of any interest. Nope, nothing at all. Yep, I've just had a pretty good race where I started in 8th and ended up in 4th. With only 2 incident points. Both of which my own silly fault. One of which I just went a little wide on the way out of Arnage.
So how many instant points do you need to avoid to get the extra point 01?
So long as, I mean, in a rookie series like this, probably less than 10 will do it. It's a much shorter race though, so it might be more like, who knows. I need to not crash out or get disqualified by anyone else. Has the chair moved back? No, it hasn't. Right, I have not driven this car on this track for some time. There's gear in there somewhere. The 8 shift is not set up. Upshift. Downshift. Yes. Reverse. Done. 1. Done. 2. Done. Oh, they're all already set. Okay. Done, 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 done. There we go. This thing's extremely slow. Which means it's the ideal car. Wow, the steering's light compared to the Ferrari. It's the ideal car to get a incident-free race in. God, it's slow with light steering. Wow, the world is going in slow motion. When you go into 4th gear, the revs just go. I think I did a race here in the Mazdas recently. Maybe I'd be better off in the Mazdas. Yeah, I did do a race in the Mazdas here recently. The problem with driving this car is that people in Mazdas lapping you have a tendency to just run into you as if you're not there. Okay, that's not the breaking point. The 100 is the breaking point then. Or more like 80 or so. God, it's slow. Right, here we go. Let's see if there's anyone else in my class in this race. I know, right? The grip, downforce, power, speed. It has none of it. Yeah, as soon as you hit 4th gear, the power just goes... Like, you have to go into 4th because 3rd's really short. But as soon as you go into 4th, there's just nothing anymore. But you know, it doesn't hurt your arms to drive. Which is a bonus. Dum 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 dum.
Time for exciting backing music.
Yeah, this is where I need a... The problem is, with iRacing does not like alt-tabbing. If you alt-tab, it goes into windowed mode.
Right.
Which is very frustrating, which means I can't interact with anything outside of iRacing while I'm using it. Ah, there are other people in my class. Thing is, because this car's accessible to everyone, there's quite a lot of people who are very good with it. I'm not one of them. I'm just doing this series because this one is starting at 7:30 and Lizzie suggests that food will be at about 8. So there should be time to get this one done.
Slow car ahead. Car stopped ahead.
Oh, this is the thing that happens on this track. The Mazdas, the steering's so
Slow car
light.
ahead.
The Mazdas on lap 1 when the tyres are cold, the back end always comes around through T2. If I keep up with a Mazda, that Mazda is doing incredibly poorly. Oh god, look at the relative. There's a Mustang in it. There's 2 Mustangs in here. 5 Mustangs? That can't be. How many Mustangs are there? I don't know. There can't be... there won't be many TDIs. So what have we got? We've got... There's 2 TDIs. 5 Mustangs. Oh, this is going to be scary. This is going to be scary. Prepare for actual multi-class. That's just the engine being keen. It's raring to go. Prepare for that fourth shift. Can't decide whether it's second or third there. F. Just the board on the right. F. Reasonable. It's a great teaching car because you really have to learn to carry momentum through corners. You can't just use power and brute force to send you out the other side. So like the Spec Racer, which really teaches you how to blend the brake and the throttle. It's a good teaching car. But it's also slow.
Green flag, green flag.
I've got used to having aero.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Oh god. This is fine. Whenever you're about to have a crash, it happens in slow motion. Now you can see it coming, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't steer out of it, you can't accelerate out of it, you can't brake out of it. It's just going to happen, and you have time to contemplate the life choices which have brought you to this moment. I don't have much to say about this. I had a peak viewership of 7 while I was in the heat of battle. In the other car. That's a much more exciting car, a much more relevant event. It's not a Ferrari to a Mazda, it's a Ferrari to a Pontiac. The Mazda's much more exciting than this. Right, in a few years we'll be able to set another lap. How to do.
One more lap.
I seem to remember 56 as being kind of alright. Oh yeah, it's 53s that are the fast times here. What have I actually signed myself up for? How long is this race? Because some of the races in this series are 40 minutes long. Oh yeah, I'll just hit the turbo button. I forgot about it. Somehow, even though this is half the length of lap as Le Mans, it feels a lot longer.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
Well, I think I should be reasonably able to do that without any incident points. So long as the other drivers are cooperative. 205. Oof. Big F. So this guy, so 52, 53, 53, 55. More 53s. Another 55. I've got a guy to fight with. Yep, T1. 17x. Instant. Yeah, see, I think these guys in the Pontiacs know each other. Right, so 30 minutes, that's fine. Yeah, so some guys in the Pontiacs just only race those. You always find them in every series. There's a couple of people who only do that series and are just seconds a lap faster.
I haven't messed your connection up, by the way. The little the Express. I think it's quite hot. Sounds better if it's not on top of the neck here. And also it works better straight down the knee downstairs. It's not sitting on something better.
See, these guys know each other. This is nice. Yep. Jacob, Liam, Justin, and who was the other guy? Luke. There you go. Congrats to everyone except Justin, says Liam. There you go. Right. Let's have a nice clean race.
Likelihood.
Too far, Liam. God damn it, Liam. We don't like Liam, alright? Liam is public enemy number 1. So, don't want tyres. Can't remember if I'm going to have to refuel or not. I expect not, because if this thing does 2 litres a lap, I will be surprised. Estimated laps 29.9. Yeah, this thing does a litre a lap. Awesome, awesome. So we're going to use that setup then. I assume by the stock setup you mean the Craig shop setup, not the stock setup, which is awful. So 29 laps. This is a 15 lap race. So actually what I want to do is burn off fuel on the start line. Go for that like 0.1 kilogram weight advantage into T1. Oh yeah. Right. Come on, mean lean machine. Steel Langford eats moose antlers. Okay, that's something to think about.
Green, green, green.
And fluff the shift. God, this is slow. I do a bit of door banging though. Thing is, if you nudge somebody at these speeds, it doesn't have anything like, oh god, bye.
Left side, clear.
That's the thing about cold tyres. You always seem to forget about them. Oh no. It really is, isn't it? After driving the Ferrari all yesterday, and for an hour earlier today, this really does feel like slow motion. No, I'm going defensive. I'm using my one defensive move
Right side.
per straight
Clear
here.
on the right. You got a slow car on the right. Car stopped ahead.
Where are they? There
You
they
got
are.
a slow car on the right. Car right.
Oh,
Clear on the right. Slow car ahead. Car stopped ahead. Car stopped on the left. Car stopped on the left. Car stopped ahead.
oh God,
Go right.
the Mustangs are scary. Jesus Christ. Look at the wing on that thing. Oh no. Oh
Go
no.
left. Go
Oh
left.
God. Sorry? Yes. Everything's fine. Look, I'm ahead. I'm in the slowest class, and I'm ahead of the top class on
You're now
pace
in third.
alone. Yeah, if there's one car I'm never buying for iRacing, it's the Mustang. I haven't seen the TDIs.
Right side.
That is a hell of a
Still
slow
there,
line
hold
I'm
your line.
taking.
Keep to the left. Keep to the left.
Mm.
Stay on the left. Clear. Car
Oh
right.
no,
Clear.
don't you do it too. I gave this guy permission, I'm not having you as well. I have to go and ask Mum.
Car on your left. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the left.
You're gonna get the slipstream. You're gonna get the tow all the way down the straights. Rev limiter for good luck. You can actually slipstream in these things. Oh god. There was a corner there.
Right side. Clear.
Hey, I went off, I didn't turn in on somebody else and pull them around. There's a difference. Shut up. Oh, I remember how you drive this thing. You just turn the wheel all the way over and let understeer do its work. Oh, hello. Okay. Maybe this is not the way. Okay, my battle is now with Mark. Let this serve as an important lesson of what happens if you do not practice a car or series before you actually race it. Because I think the last time I raced this car on this track was like, oh god, must have been like 6 months ago? Basically what I'm saying is I suck until I've practiced, and then I don't suck. How the hell did I manage to spin this? I thought that was impossible. I love how the revs just die in fourth. There is a fifth gear, but it's only been heard of in legend. Yeah, how the hell did I... This thing only understeers. It hasn't heard of the word oversteer. How the hell did I put it round? I think that's a talent in itself. Which means that guy who put it round at the second corner of the first lap is obviously the most skilled driver of all. I should have taken the Mazda. You tend to get a more selective group of people in the Pontiacs. All the new drivers always pick the Mazdas. And you know, there's a reason for that, it's because they're faster and more fun. So the only people who really drive the Pontiacs now are people who started out before the Mazdas had been added and have driven the Pontiacs for a long time. Which means they're good at it. Nope, the gear ratios are fixed in this thing. Right, when's the lappers going to start coming around? I mean, my I rating should be pretty safe because I have the 20th I rating in the field. Okay, Mazda coming in hot.
Got 10 laps to go.
That was my fastest lap.
Car on your left. Keep to the right. Clear.
Let's get that sweet, sweet slipstream. It's less exhilarating. It's more fun when you're actually fighting with someone. Oh no, here come the lads. Actually, 50 seconds away. Well, I'm going to maintain 5th place. Unless anyone has a massive accident. New fastest lap again. For me. Still not the 53s those guys are doing. I'm sure a lot of it comes on the entrance onto the back straight. Because this thing is so dependent on momentum. Part of the thing about streaming is you have to do interesting things that you can say interesting stuff about. And no. Left. There you go, community interaction. Jesus H. Christ. Oh my god, these things are spooky. He's a lap down on me. Jesus Christ, the Mustangs are terrifying.
Car right. Clear.
Those things are just scary.
Right side. Clear.
So the Mazdas aren't much faster than the Pontiacs in the turns. In fact, the Pontiacs are occasionally slightly faster than them. The thing is that they have an engine up in the front instead of a hamster and a wheel. That was fine. That was completely fine. Nothing happened there, nothing of note. I went round the corner and I came out the other side. We're halfway there. Ooh. I'm much more capable of making the Ferraris interesting. There's just not much I can say to make this interesting. Well, that's just blue flag.
Left side. Clear on the left.
I'm just telling them through chat where to expect to go. Dave! Where have you been? You've just gone. Like, I was online. Apparently I was online for about 9 hours yesterday. 5 of which racing. You're nowhere to be seen. It's just because I'm not streaming anything to do with buses, isn't it? That's where my audience lies. I know what they want. Yeah, I mean, it has been suggested that I take the Enviro 400 bus model, put it into Assetto Corsa, the racing sim, and do a 24 hours of double-deckers. I mean, we have, actually, thinking about it, we have the bus from, God, what is it? It's Driver San Francisco. We already have that in Assetto Corsa, so we could have multi-class. Double-deckers versus single-deckers.
Car right. Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
Hell yes. Fellas Film Community event. We're doing it. We're gonna do it. We'll do it for charity. Oh god. An incredibly rare Volkswagen TDI.
Car on your left. Still there. Clear.
I've only heard about those things in legend. Nobody drives the TDIs. Just like... they just look so out of place in this field of cars. Like the Mustangs, the Mazdas and the Pontiacs kind of all sort of make sense in this field. But the TDIs are just odd. But yeah, the community had realised that it wasn't happening in OMSI, and they would just complain about it all the way through. But come on, we've got to do it. 24 hours of buses at Le Mans. I mean, they've got about a 250 litre fuel tank, those things. So the stints are going to be long. Though they will do about the same miles per gallon as the... they'll do about the same miles per gallon as the race cars. Because the Ferraris do about 6 to something like that. What was it? Ross worked it out the other day. No, Joe worked it out the other day. What are they doing, about like 7 miles per gallon? And that's about what a double-decker does. I mean, it really varies depending on where it's running, but... yeah, so the stints, if they do about the same miles per gallon, I mean, it should be a bit less because there'll be floorings everywhere. Yeah. I hope so. So the stints should be about 3 times as long. So it'll be 3 hours at a time behind the wheel. So basically everyone will do 1 stint, then hand over. No. This is disappointing, is what this is. I was expecting there to be a lot more carnage than this. Jesus Christ. Go on, on the inside. You want it, you can have it.
Right side. Keep to the left. Clear.
Right, and now here come the lads. We've had the big boys, now here come the lads. Oh god, they're already here. The lads TM.
Clear.
Oh, he's holding it sideways. Now, how would we get enough drivers to make that an actual event? Because we'd need to have like 4 to a team. And in order to make the teams worthwhile, we probably need like 8 teams. So we would need to appeal to a different community. So we need about 30 odd people. Yeah. We need to get about 30 odd people interested. Problem is, doing it in Assetto Corsa does not have driver swaps. So it might just have to be a race. Maybe an hour race. Driving this thing's a time to contemplate.
Left
Oh
side.
god, look at the livery on this one!
Clear on the left.
Look at it! It's beautiful! That is the best livery. Oh no. Oh, it's the police. The police are here.
Left side. Still there. 2 left to go. 2 to go. Stay on the right. Clear on the left.
Whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police. There's a car on your left. That's the sound of the police. So, would be 3 laps to go, except actually it's going to be 2 laps to go because being in the lowest class I'm a lap down. It's the law enforcement lads. Drive this thing with one finger. I'm going to drive this thing with one finger now. One finger, here we go. I mean, obviously, and another one on the gear lever. One finger on the wheel, one on the gear lever. Here we go. You can't see it, but I'm driving with one finger now.
Right side. Clear.
Oh, we overcooked it. Coronavirus. Oh god. Stay back 6 feet. The livery on this one is that some of these custom liveries are exceptional. We've just had one that's just Nicolas Cage. We've had one which was in full police panda livery. And now we've had one in a Corona beer, except it's coronavirus.
White flag. White flag.
With a notice telling you to stay back 6 feet. These Mazdas are great. 6 feet is the American recommendation. Yeah, we should do that. We should have a sign on the back of the car saying stay 2 meters apart. Yeah, understeer, what's that? Never heard of it. Nani? Super understeero tecnico. And no, I'm not just making fun of the Japanese in general. I'm making fun of one specific anime. Oh god, are the front Pontiacs already finished? They can't have. They can't have done. Where are they? Yeah, they're only 40 seconds up the road. They can't have finished. Only a few turns left to A license. Provided I don't monumentally cock up.
Right side. Clear on the right.
There we go. Multi-class action that was.
There's the flag. It's over. Nice run. Solid work.
Yeah, that's why they were all going
Not
past.
sure about the action.
Ah. Oh. Oh, you angry boy. Angry. Oh no. Oh, they angry. See, this is the thing. I don't understand why my voice chat just isn't doing anything. Can I use that? There we go. Oh god. Oh no. Oh, they angry. They were. Like, the character arc here. This is my new favourite anime. What we got, what we got, what we got. Gimme, gimme, gimme a man after midnight. I lost 0.1 safety rating. F. Substantial F. Also 1666. Yep. Lost 0.1 I rate safety rating. Sometimes it really do be like that. It do be that way. $34.55. know, sometimes you try your hardest. You do your best. You do everything you can. You keep out of people's way. You don't ruin anyone's race. Like, that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's to have fun. It's all about fun. I don't think I can do this anymore. I just don't think I can do this anymore. Like, I do my best, and then what do I get? What do I get for it? Ah, fuck off. Right. It is roast chicken time. I'll be back in an hour or so, hour and a half, that sort of thing. Yeah. A-class license, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Right, see you in a bit.